Alright, so for the celebration of the 100 subs, I'm going to make a clone versus droid mock. It's going to be 2 of these base plates big, and it's probably going to be the best video I ever put out. And it will have 100 of those phase 2 clones. I don't know how many droids and whatever we'll have, but we're going to use one of these base plates for a clone base, and the other one is going to be there's going to be an area that has a small outpost area, and the rest will be like a landscaping type of area. So hopefully when I put all this together, it'll look sick. And thank you guys for 100 subs. The idea, I think, is I'm going to make like a half circle, have an angle, and then regular square as the clone base. I think that would be really cool. So, maybe I'll see how that looks by kind of mapping out the square first and going from there. And hopefully this looks cool as a time lapse. Have our little half dome. Now we just got the inside to fix, and we'll like fix actual connection with the actual circle part to the actual square part, but that's a later problem. Now let's get to the interior. And for like the interior, I'm thinking that we might put like a control panel in the middle. I mean, there's not pretty much that I'll put in there right away, but like the control console, I think might be our best bet, where we have like a screen. So I think that might be best in the middle. Other than that, I don't really have any ideas of what that would be, so I'm thinking maybe we place that kind of there-ish. I might make it bigger, but for now that's kind of what it is. So that's kind of what this base is going to be. Obviously the outside of the circle is going to be more detailed and such. I think, since I don't really have an idea for the interior, I'll get started on the outside. Simply for the outside area under like, you know, decorating with trees and such. But I think our thing is if I want like a command outpost, I need to probably place one down and then kind of go from there. So I think we might put it kind of like over out here, and we'll cover that up in just a sec. But the rest of this here will probably just be a bunch of like random trees. So let's get started. And the rest of this here will be like more rocky terrain, but this is kind of I have these blank spots. They will be kind of filled up. Up here we'll get a little bit more green, but pretty much got a little terrain going. We'll build up some rocks and build up some trees here soon. So this is going to be the rock area. And let's Alright, so I kind of figured out the sign for the outside. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Pretty much I'm going to just take a bunch of these and go all the way around. Alright, so that's kind of what that was. For the outside part, we'll work on that. Rest of that in a little bit. The inside, we'll add like a gun rack here. On the other side, we'll have like some containers for thermal detonators and whatever else I might put over there. And then in the back here, I think we might have more like technology screens. So it's like a computer area, and then obviously this is still going to be the command center, and the front will be probably more tiled off with the design, but most of the time it probably won't matter what I put in front, because it'll probably just be, clone troopers standing outwards. But before we get to that, let's get to the rest of Force finish. So we obviously got this, so now we gotta get the other side. So we won't add too much more, because I do need space to place down the troops for the mock. But I think afterwards, like after I place them down here, since I'm gonna repurpose this whole base into a stop motion base, I will add more detail later. But for the mock, so I can actually have the troopers here on here, I will leave this mostly flat and add like maybe one more tree right here, I think, just so it looks nice enough for that. But other than that, the inside will be the last bit that we'll get to, and then we'll set up the figs. So without further ado, so I mean, it would be a little bit more detailed than just this. I came up with it by I thought that maybe we could use like a tree bush. So it's gonna be part of it. But I'm thinking this outcome might be one of these like giant tree branches. Stick it over here, and then we'll branch off of it, make it much bigger. And obviously, I said it would be like a tree bush. So surround a bush here, bush on the other side, and we'll have one like this. Obviously, it's not the prettiest, but again, it doesn't have to, because for the mock, it doesn't need all this. But for the stop motion that I will use this with, I will fix it up. I don't know if I'll keep it all exactly the same, but it will actually be better looking than this. But since that's that, the only thing left is to clean up the outside here, put this stuff on the inside in there, and then set up the figs. So we're going to set up the outside, go into the inside. So for the design on this, so obviously I have these, and it makes it flat. I'm planning on just cover it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. So hopefully, I'll be able to do that with the pieces I have. So I think I have enough of them, but we'll see. So I'm thinking we'll use a bunch of these on the bottom half, and then the other half we'll use some of these, and then I don't quite know what I'll use for the other part, but it should hopefully look okay. Let's get started. So here we can add a nice little weapons rack. Then we can add the spot for backpacks. Just need okay. Small, but it's there. And then for the other side, add the barrels, and we can just stick those. And then back here, add the computer system. Here, we'll move that forward. It's all pretty basic, but it's kind of all you kind of need. Scoot that over as well. Alright, so basic, but good enough. I mean, like I said, most of it's going to be filled with minifigs, so it's gonna take away from looks, but you'll have giant armies, so I'll take that over that. I know it's not completely finished. I'll finish it later for the actual stop motion, but since it's technically is finished, all we got left is the troopers to set up. So let me do that, and since that's gonna be really boring, I'll set it up, and then we'll get back to the final. it may not be exactly, I completed 100% mock, but I mean, I think I get pretty good. I mean, in order to have the 100 clones versus, obviously you have to have a giant army of battle droids to take on the 100 clones, but to fit them all, quite impressive. I mean, I know it's just kind of built up, and then back here we have like very little interior stuff that will be changed for the actual stop motion part of it. But I mean, we got a few crates in the weapon rack and actual command area. But I figured that would be alright because we did get our main goal of fitting 100 clone troopers on the base plate for the 100 sub special. Obviously, there's not that many battle droids. I think I put 3 of these droidicas, 50 of these super battle droids, and I think 20 battle droids, and then 2 pilots for back there. Honestly, I think I did okay on the mock. I mean, it would look better if I wasn't putting so much into putting characters on. That would probably be a big difference. And you would probably have more room. Like I said, I'll fix that for the extra stop motion, because obviously there's no way I'm going to be having 100 clones and this many battle droids on the battlefield in a stop motion. It's ridiculous. I mean, maybe one day, and also maybe if it was a bigger base, but I think I did pretty good for the 100 sub special. My favorite part is probably having this many clones to celebrate for it, and the fact that it still can look decent, but lack a lot of details, for the fact that it could look 10 times better if it didn't have to hold so many characters. Overall, it's decent. It's not the best, but it works. Thank you guys. We made it to 100. Let's see what we can do for 200.